What is up? What is up, everyone? Welcome to another show, because that's what we're doing. We performing. And let me quickly, like usual, show the world that I'm online, show the world that there is value right here, right now. Twitter. And of course, the Discord, where all the homies extract all valuable information so they can become high-value engineers. Publish. Yes. And let me tell all my friends that they need to leave me alone, because, hey, it's that time of the day. Woo! I can feel it already. Yes, we don't copy-paste. The only thing we copy-paste on this stream is our yearly salary. That's what we do. That's the only thing. That's the only thing we do. So today we are going to continue the poker engine. Yesterday we had some issues with peers, peer-to-peer. But we're going to fix these problems because I'm here. Yes. So, I can feel it, man. Today is going to be a good day. What is this? Auto start is disabled for this event. Click go live. Yeah. Interstellar. What is up? How is it going there, far away from Belgium? India. How is it there, man? It's cold and it's dark at my country. But it doesn't matter, because it's the sun always shines in bites. On my channel, the sun always shines on my channel, man. All right, peer-to-peer. So we had an issue, and I was thinking about this, and I was trying some stuff out, and the problem is this, right? Let me make a run real quick. So we have some couple servers, we're booting them up, and yeah, we have these fail to dial peers shenanigans going on. Classic distributed, decentralized stuff going on. So the thing is, the problem resides somewhere in servers, because the problem we have is basically that our peer list. So basically what's going on is we connect to one peer, to one remote, to one player, and we do a handshake, and he will respond some stuff, the game, what version, blah, blah, blah. And if everything is okay, then we add that peer to our map. And we assume that the remote connection of that peer is also the dial address, but it isn't. It isn't. We cannot assume that the remote connection of a peer we are dialing is also his dial address. And that's the issue. So we need to fix this. Let me open up TCP. Arcadius, hey man, welcome, my man. All right, so the thing we know is this: I'm gonna try to do this at rapid speed, because we are messing around with this peer shenanigans for a long time now. Well, long time. Quite a while. 2 hours, and that's 2 hours too much. Okay, let me quickly think. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna refactor real quick. Where are we? We have already a lot of code. So this add peer thingy, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a function. I'm gonna call this function handle new peer. That's what we're gonna call it. We're gonna give it a peer. It's gonna be a pointer to a peer, and of course we return an error. All right, like this, and we can say return null here. And then we're gonna yank. We're gonna not, yank is not the correct sentence. We're gonna delete, but also yank, and paste it in here, right? All right, so we're gonna say here if r is s handle new peer the peer, of course, and then we say if the error is not null. Man, I need to warm up, not gonna lie. We're gonna logrus error f, and it's gonna be the error. We could say, actually, we could say handle peer error. Man, I mean, hey, it's good enough, eh? And then this. Chickchi, hello, what is up? I remember you from past stream. I remember you. Welcome back. I hope you had a good day. And my day is amazing because you are here. You guys and girls and everything else. You make my day. And I'm a little bit, I can feel it. Yesterday I had the feeling that I'm getting sick, and it is, but I don't care. I wake up and I do my stuff, right? That's what we do. We wake up because we can't wait to start coding our stuff. We can't wait to build things. That's it. That's what it is. People don't like to wake up because they need to go to work, you know? But we don't. we love, I don't want to sleep. I want to wake up. God damn it. All right. Handle new peer. So we need to refactor this. We're going to say, instead of this logrus thing, we're going to return. Sorry, I hope you feel better. Well, it's okay. It's not that I'm... You know, sometimes you feel that you're not 100%, but still you can, you know, hey. We humans, we can take some, right? We can take some. We're going to put the delete here. Then we're going to return. This continue can go home. A read loop, this is very important, this read loop, because to do check max players, I'm going to say a note, because this read loop always, I'm thinking what I can say, always needs to start after the handshake. Yes. Should I say why? Just do what I say. No, we need to do this because otherwise the decoding of the order of the decoding is not going to be like we want it to be. All right, we need to do here, we're going to return the same thing, fmt. Paste this in here, like this. Maybe do some line spacing to make it a bit cleaner. The send peer list, right? So we if it's not an outbound peer, we send our handshake, and we also send our peer list. The cause of all evil yesterday and still, but we're gonna fix it. fmt, return this like this, and then my dog is not behaving. Okay, that's that. So basically, and then here we handle the peer. So it's not fixed, but we need to check if this actually not bugging out or something. All right, so it's working. Handle new peer. Okay, so so how are we gonna fix this? So instead of returning the remote address of the peer, we're gonna set a new variable, the listen address, and that's gonna be a string. So if a peer connects, we can actually check the connection, and we could say, hey, connection, give me your remote address. But that's the remote address. This one, right? This 56864. And we assume we can actually, although we don't need to dial the peer because we are already connected, but if somebody connects to us, we need to send our peer list, and we are sending this address to the other guys. So all the other players are dialing connecting with this address. But nobody is answering the phone because nobody's home. That's the thing, because the node is not listening. It's not listening to that address. So we need to specify in this peer, we need to specify the listen address, and also in the handshake message. My dog is, I don't know what's going on with this guy. He's I think he smells food from dinner. Handshake, that's going to be the listen address. I need to know this. That's going to be a string. Boom, back to server. And then we're gonna do something cool. Instead of returning an handshake, returning an error in this handshake thing, we're gonna say, give me actually a handshake message. A handshake like this and an error. Boom. So we're gonna say return nil. The mic needs to be pinpoint precise. Nil. And here's also nil. Hop, 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 hop. And here, of course, we return the handshake and no error. Because, and also what we're gonna do, maybe here, we're gonna say peer, the listen address of the peer is going to be the handshake listen address of that peer, right? If that makes sense. And if something is not clear, you can always leave a comment. Or if you see something that can be done better, because I'm not perfect, leave your suggestions in the comment or jump into the Discord so we can all discuss and make this amazing and write history. Yes. Yes, 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 because we are the only community that is doing this. Because all these other communities are making to-do lists. Can you imagine? They are still making to-do lists and we are making decentralized poker engines. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that? We can actually use their to-do list so we can write our tasks in it. That would be cool. Then it has a purpose, isn't it? Yes, sometimes. Okay, so we have this handshake. Why do we need this? Because Michael, what's up, man? Welcome. Welcome here, man. Welcome to the army of the high-value engineers. I think we're going to delete this here. And I'm going to paste this in here, right? But I'm going to yoink inside this and then, wait, I'm first going to delete here. And I'm going to yank everything in this thing, paste it in this thing, delete this. Wait, because I'm doing a lot of things and yes, so this is going to be the handshake here. Then we delete this here. Man, refactoring, you gotta love it. Just a second, I'm gonna yell. All right, I'm back. I needed to tell my dog that he needs to get the hell out of here. He's acting strange, not quite sure. How are you? I'm fine, Michael, thank you. How are you? How is your day? Tell me everything about it. I'm kind of fine. I'm a little bit getting a cold, I guess. But hey, that don't stop. That's not gonna stop me. We have no time. You have momentum, and the best tip I can give you in your life is if you have momentum, you need to abuse it, and nothing can stop you. And if somebody is trying to stop you, you need to kill. No, you need to don't kill him. But you know what I mean. Peer outbound, this is all good, right? So we have this handshake here, so this logging can work, and then we have peer, which is this. The version, the variant, the status, and also I want to know the listen address now, which is going to be the H. Actually, we could use this to see if it works, right? Because we set it, the peer, his listen address in this previous function. right? So handshake successful, new player connected, that's fine. We add this to our peer map, all good. All good, all good. And then, instead of returning, now we need to fix the peer list. Wait, let me first. Going in the zone, exactly. If you're in the zone, you need to, yeah, it is. That's true. The zone is the zone. And you need to stay in there as long as possible. Because I have so many things, so many plans upcoming. This is not the only thing we're going to do. This is just the beginning. We are warming up. And I need to make sure that the community is basically all in the same line, right? People that are lacking experience, that's perfectly fine, right? We all started somewhere, but we need to drag them up, give them that value, so we can go a step higher and higher and higher until we basically take over the whole fucking space. That's what we're gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do, yes. That's what we're gonna do, right? Not me, you, we. The community. The army. Yeah, oh. Peer list, send. Peer list, yes. Boom, here, that's the place to be. There are a couple issues in this thing, and sometimes when you are coding for a long time, in one session, sometimes you miss these things, because, I don't know, your focus is somewhere else, but once you come back into your code after a day of sleep, you can see things clearly. Peer list. So this is a problem. We are making a peers map list slice with the same length of our list of our peer map. The problem is that that's not good. We need to, because it could be that we cannot send an address because it already, we cannot send the same address, right? If the peer, wait, I'm gonna do it like this. There's gonna be a slice of strings. Man, cold. This iterator can be gone because I didn't like it anyway. Then we can say that the peer list peers is going to be and that's not true. This is going to be peers, peer, or whatever. And that's going to be append. Wait. Peer list. Too many peers. Too many peer words. Peer list peers peer. Listen address. Yes. And let me quickly think about this. So we'll range over the peers. And we append this. Okay. Just try. Let's do a trial and error. Fail to dial peers extra net op dial TCP missing address. Wait, first, what we're first gonna do is take a step back, right? Because we are hassling around with so many peers. Let's, wait, we could actually do this. And this. So we have A, B, and let's do this. Should be fine. So let's do A and B first, and we connect B with A to C. What is this? Time and sleep. And maybe we should do a sleep here. Time, sleep, time, second. Yeah, times 1. Why do we need to sleep? Because this is not a realistic scenario we're booting up everybody at the same time. So it could be that somebody is lacking behind. I don't know. So we need to make sure that we sleep a little bit. So it's, what are you basically trying to achieve here? Matchmaking? Well, what we are trying to achieve is basically build a decentralized poker game. Normally, in a normal poker game, you have a centralized server, and it's very easy because everybody connects to that server. And the server is dealing cards, and is basically the authority of the whole game, right? If the server is corrupt, then we have a problem. But we are making this decentralized, which basically means we take away the server, and there is no server. There is no authority anymore. So every player does not need to connect to the server. Every player needs to connect with everyone, right? If you have 5 players and I join the room with these players, I need to make sure I'm connected with all these players. The problem is I don't know all these players. Maybe I only know one. So I connect to that one player, and that player sends me information of all other players, and I connect with these all other players, and I shake hands, so we have the same version. Maybe I want to play another version, and they are playing Texas Hold'em. So we need to do a lot of things. It's complex. It's very complex, and then we also need to make sure we can deal cards, because if there is no central authority, dealing cards is very sketchy, because if I'm dealing the cards and I'm sending them to everyone, and there is no central authority checking if I'm playing correctly, then I can actually trick the game. Because I deal the cards, I can know exactly what I have and what you have, so I can win every single game. So we need to fix that with cryptographical security, where we're going to encrypt cards and shuffle. Everybody's going to shuffle and encrypt them and all that good stuff. Yeah, why are we doing this? Good question. Most likely to challenge ourselves, right? To keep better, to learn a lot about distributed systems and decentralized systems. And yeah, that's why we're doing this. To put the bar higher, to improve. That's what we do, right? Yeah. To write history, Michael. All right, so we booted this up. We have this empty peer list map, and that's not good, because yeah, that's because here it could be that we make this thing, this empty, we range, but if nobody is in here, we still send this here. So we need to check this. If len peer list peers is basically 0, we're gonna say return null. Will you ever do something with gRPC and Go? Luanis, yeah, I did a lot of things with gRPC, and maybe we should do it. Very good question. Actually, very good. I'm very happy you mentioned gRPC, because it's amazing. But yeah, I'm trying to do my own protocols, and actually I'm sick and tired of this. It's going to be the last one. We're doing it ourselves. And in the next, whatever, centralized distributed system we make, we're going to use proto-buffers and gRPC. Thank you for reminding me, by the way, Luanis. It's very good. I really love that proto-buffers and gRPC and all that stuff. It's amazing. Michael, so this decentralized server means just one player hosts a room and you join using their room. Well, it's even more complex than that. It's basically, it's something like what you mentioned, but it's everybody to everybody. It's peer-to-peer. So if you and me are doing peer-to-peer, I'll send a message to you, you validate this, and you send a message to me, and I validate this, and we agree or we don't agree, okay? But if we are with 5 people, we need to send every single message to everyone, and we need to wait. Everyone needs to wait for everyone. That's the thing, right? So it's a exponential complexity, because the more players there are in a peer-to-peer environment, that's the more messages and the more shenanigans going on. And that's very complex to write. It's very but that's how it works. That's how these algorithms work. And it's getting more and more popular. Blockchains use this. For example, Tor, all these peer-to-peer networks, right? Perfect. It's very good indeed. Would you really enjoy a nice introduction by you? Yeah, actually, that's nice. I'm gonna. Can you, or if you're on the Discord, put that in Golang and add me, so I can, because I will forget for sure. I know myself. I will forget everything you will tell to me. So if you can add me, I can, or place a comment on stream or something. Because that's actually that's amazing, man. You're amazing that I didn't come up with this myself. gRPC and Golang. Because you could do anything with gRPC. You could make basically response request stuff, but you can also do streaming stuff with gRPC. It's amazing. All right, and we can then finally get rid of GOP and coding because I'm sick and tired of this thing. All right, we need to focus up because I really want to get this peer stuff done because it's too... Yeah, so we say, test this real quick. Make run. Yeah, so this sounds better. So we have this waiting. This is the peer address. The listen address is empty. Okay, we have a big problem. Man, what is going on here with this VS Code thingy? That's good that we say this, that we tested this. Listen, header, here. This is the handshake, outbound. Why don't we? I know why. We made a mistake. Well, not a mistake, we forgot something. That's the thing. Send peer list, no. New server. Wait, I'm gonna search for it. Send handshake. Of handshake. Here. Yes, of course. Listen header is going to be as listen header, yeah. Oh man, the speed. yeah. Listen address. Very good. So you see, the problem we had yesterday was we were dialing this thing, but actually we should dial this. So instead of returning in our peer list to other nodes this thing, we are returning this 4000. Let me quickly let the dog out. So everything fixed because he was acting nervous. Whatever he needs to do, he needs to do. It's a she, by the way, also. Now my whole infrastructure is going bananas. All right. Okay, now we are playing games. Well, playing games. Now we are doing time for player C to join the party, to be honest. So we're gonna sleep. Man, what's going on here? I need a new chair. Player B, connect player A, that's good. And then we're gonna actually copy this whole thing, paste it in here, and say that player C. Oh man, oof. Player C is going to connect with player B. That's what we're gonna do. And make run again. And make run is basically my make file script, right? Because go run main.go is a little bit too long. But it's not too long. It's just the make file is just handy. Okay, this is better. Dialing from. We're gonna remove these lines so we can actually see a little bit better what's going on. Dial, this one, and this one, debugging relics from past stream. Hop. Make run. Wait, the first thing, it sounds good actually. There's one thing I want to double check is success. Here, what I'm going to do is going to say we. It's going to be the server listen address of the server. So we can actually see who we are dialing and what is our address. So we can debug this a little bit better. And you could actually ask yourself, yeah, but why aren't you testing this with tests? And I'm going to tell you something. You are right, but testing this with tests will 100% guarantee you make bugs in your test. It is what it is. Yeah. It will take too long, and you will not be 100% guaranteed that your test is written correctly to test something that you also not write that's written correctly. Yeah, so I wouldn't recommend. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 12 handshakes is actually good, right? We have 12 handshakes. No, that's too much. That's way too much. So we do 4 with 3, 3 with 4, that's perfectly fine. We do 4 with 5, 5 with 4, fine. You see, this is the problem. We already have one handshake too much. And handshake too much. We basically have handshakes too much. We're shaking too much hands. And this after Corona. Can you imagine? Oh la la. What would the commission say about this? They need to wear a mask for all these shakes. I'm not sure. My mic, I don't know. I'm an autistic guy. And if something is not in the same spot, centimeters, millimeters precise, I'm getting anxiety attacks. I'm so sorry. And it's all the fault of my dog because I was in a perfect position. How are we going to fix this? Why are 12 handshakes too much? Because that's a good question, actually. It's because basically what happens is we have 3 players. And we should have a handshake for each connection. Basically, we have 2 handshakes. If we have, how can I say this? If we connect A with B, we have 2 handshakes, right? A handshake from A to B, but also a handshake from B to A. Because if you send me something, I can agree that we can do something together. It's like a relationship, right? It's not that I'm in love with a girl, that the girl is in love with me. So I'm going to send her a kiss, but if she doesn't kiss me back, I'm screwed, and not by her, you know? So we need to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Handshakes. 8 handshakes, I guess. Yeah. Maybe I'm wrong, but 12 is too much. And you could see this, we were making handshakes again. So we were kissing 2 times, which is good, but not in our case. Not in this case, we can only kiss once. It's like having sex with a black widow, right? One more, and then she kills you. Well, I don't know if it's true, but I think it is. These spiders are dangerous. Well, each user needs a handshake from... No, it's not. That's not actually correct, Michael. Each user needs a handshake from each other user. That's actually important. So if I'm in a room with 5 people, so we are with 6, I need to have 5 handshakes from everyone. But every other person also needs a handshake from me. So if you calculate this, you should know how many handshakes in total there needs to be. And a handshake is basically, in this case, just agreeing that we are having the same version, that we speak the same language, that we have the same, playing the same variant of poker, maybe that we are playing the same stakes, and so on and so on. And of course, maybe the table is full. Maybe this game is the server is one of the players that set up that there can only be 6 players. So if you are player 7 and you do a handshake, he's going to say, sorry, boy, but we are already full. And it will drop the connection and you need to find somebody else to play with. The story of my youth. Here, wait, handle. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to say here. This is going to received peer list message. I'm going to say the list is going to be L peers. From is going to be we don't know this. Doesn't really matter. I can know this actually. We could say handle message. Oh man, this is. We could say we. Real quick, and I think I know what's the problem. I think we're connecting with things we cannot connect with. No. I see. I think we need to do a helper function. For example, server is in peer list an adder string boolean like this, and then we could say for as peers. No, it's going to be peer range as peers if a listen address is going to be the address we're going to return true, return false. If that is a good thing we are doing. So we're raising all our peers, and then we're going to say, yo, if this peer is in this, yeah, we're going to return true, and then we can say here, if server is in peer list, this adder, then we're going to say return nil and not connect, right? Because otherwise it could be that we receive it, because everything is so concurrent and so asynchronous that we cannot rely on perfect information. It could be that we're getting a peer list from somebody and we are already connected or something. I don't know. Is that true? That's a good question. This sounds, I'm gonna do it again because you never know. It sounds good though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that basically means we are connecting 4 with 3 and 3 with 4, right? So there's basically a handshake round trip, right? I reach you my hand and you shake my hand. So we basically have 2 hands in a shake. One handshake or 2 hands, if that makes sense. So this is one handshake, and then we have the 4 with 5 and 5 with 4. That's the second one. And then we have 5 with 3, right? So that's actually good. But let's add another player to the game, player D. Again, copy this, paste it in, sleep 1 second, and then say this is player D. It's going to connect with C. Let's see what's going on. Shit. And the reason why it goes so slow is because we're sleeping 1 second, right? This is not good. C'est pas bon. Not good. And I see already, not the issue, but something we can actually fix. This panic. Okay, cool. So I think what I noticed is basically that our handle peer list is, like, I'm gonna panic here, right? Panic and say something like this. Make run again, and normally we should actually panic somewhere, right? Oh, we do. Come on, please let us fix this real quick. Then can start sending our cards to each other, and then it's when where the fun is gonna begin. Eh? That's where the fun is going to start, when we are sending cards. And this is good. You see, I think we have an issue. This is what we need, right? 1 handshake, 2, 3, 4, right? It's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. That's perfectly fine. Everybody is connected with everybody in this case. That's not true. We should have 12 handshakes. In this case, 4 is 12 handshakes, right? Because we are missing, or 10, because we are missing 4 with 6. Player, the 4K port needs to be with the 6K. And 3K also need with 6K. It's 12 handshakes. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the good news is that once we have, this is a very hard part. Once we have this done, then it's going to be yeah, something like that. Yeah, it could be. It's some, yeah, whatever. I cannot think about this right now, to be honest. But you just need to look at it like this. Everybody needs to shake hands with everybody in the room, right? So basically, adding 1 player to a room is going to have the complexity of all players in the room already, right? So if you have 3 players in the room and one comes in, you need to have 4 handshakes. Another player comes in, you need to have 6 handshakes. You know what I mean? So each player is, yeah, my brain is, the same thing, Terry. My brain is also sometimes. But let me quickly check what's going on. I think the problem is with this here, with this peer list. But this is correct, right? If it's in the peer list, we don't connect with it. And should we have a data race condition? That could be. Peer range peers. If the peer we have is listen address is the same thing, then it's in the peer list. So if it's in the peer list, we return no. Yes. Maybe it's in send peer list then. I'm a little bit, my compass is lost. This is good. This is, yeah, this is it. This is correct. So we have a data race condition somehow. You see, this is for 4 players. This is, now everybody is connected with everybody, right? We have 4 with 3, 3 with 4, 5 with 4, 4 with 5, 5 with 3, 3 with 5, 6, 5, 4, 3 is perfectly fine. But if we run this again a couple times, it could be... You see? This 10, we're missing 2, yeah? And that's... Maybe we are blocking. Do we still have this buffer channel, by the way? Unbuffered. I don't think this is the problem. It's not a problem, but hey. I think the problem... How am I gonna debug this, man? That's gonna be a hard one to... I'm pretty sure because this peer map is unsafe as hell. It could be that the peer map is... and this is not gonna work because we're gonna hang here if you do this. Then it's kinda concurrent safe. But then we're gonna be in problem. You see? Now we're hanging, and that's because this channel is unbuffered. Damn. Okay, so we're gonna try something to make it actually a little bit safer. Damn it. It's the only thing we need before we can go ham, guys. The only thing we need before we can actually... I'm gonna say server... Whoa, crazy. Hex, scripting. Server... add peer. Peer. And I have no clue if it's gonna work, but still it's gonna be a good thing. As peer lock. Lock. What's going on here? Defer. As peer lock. Unlock, yeah. Maybe create all peer combinations when it is added. Oh yeah, no, that's not how it's gonna work. Good find though, good find. Nice try, by the way, nice try. But it's not gonna work like that. You need to actually, yeah, everybody needs to send his peer list, and it's basically on the receiver, his responsibility to make sure he can only connect to peers he does not have in his peer list for some reason. Although in some blockchain protocols, some remote blockchains send their peer list to you, so you can see who they already know, and then you can make the difference between your peer list and only send these peers. That's also an option. That's actually very common, but hey, that's actually very common. What's going on? Oh, this add peer already exists, of course, the channel, so we're going to make it capitalized. Delete peer, actually we don't. Damn, it's going to be... Maybe we can say it's going to be a slice of string. That's better. And then say add peer lock. This needs, yeah. And we're going to say as peer lock r lock for reading. I'm going to defer peer lock as peer lock r unlock. Sometimes these type hints are good, but sometimes they don't. Like this, because you rely and then you tap and then it's not that. And so we're gonna say, actually we're gonna make yeah. We're gonna make a slice of string, and it's going to be the len of as peers, like this. In the range. As I'm going to be so happy if this is completely done, this peer thingy, because I'm in as peers, yeah, and then we're going to say we can't. God damn it, I hate this. I need to make an iterator. Peers it is peer listen address it plus plus. Because this is not the iterator. This is going to be, this is the net header, right? And we're ranging over a map, so we need an iterator. Look, and a lock is for writing. And rlock is for reading only. So if you only read, you should use an rlock. And if you write, you should use a lock. But you could also lock for read. But the thing is, sometimes you need to write and read, and you can use these two locks. So you basically have one mutex, but you can use reading and writing to the same variable with different locks without to need to create another lock, another mutex, if that makes sense. So just do this principle. If you want to read, you use an r lock. And if you want to write, you use the lock. And then you're good. Not sure if this is going to fix the problem, but it's a good practice because this peer map, like my video from today, where I mentioned that Go map data structure is not concurrent safe, and so I actually need to make sure that we're using locks if we're accessing these values. So if we ask for the peers, we're going to make this peer list and we're going to return that. Yeah, and then we need to make sure that, of course, this is good, right? So we're going to add a peer, then it's going to be in this channel. Then we're going to handle a new peer, that's all fine. And the problem is here, right? So we're going to say add peer. Is that a thing? And then if we use yeah, and then if we use our peer list, right, then we're doing this, right? We range over these peers. So we're gonna comment this out because we have our own function, right? We have peers is going to be s peers, right? And it's going to do it for ourselves with a lock. And actually what you could do is do this. Boom. Game's over. Please. Is in peer list. That's aye. We need to do that also. Wait, this sounds good, but hey. You see now these peer lists, how consistent they are in comparison to the previous things, but hey. I'm not gonna celebrate too early, but it sounds a little bit better. Make run, please, come on. That's why you need to be very careful because data race conditions, you can run it 10 times and it can be perfectly fine. And like this, we're fucking screwed once again. You can run it 10 times and it will work, but the 11th time is the time you did it again, and that's the time it's not gonna work. Shit. Man, this is so nasty. Why is this? Did I miss something? Now it works. But still broken, right? It works, but it's still broken. Wait, maybe it could be that we have... yeah, this is also a problem, right? But still. Shakir, I'm only iPad big app development possible. Swift Playground. Wait, let me quickly reconstruct that sentence. I'm only iPad for big app development possible. Swift Playground. Yes. I don't know. I'm not really into mobile development or that kind of stuff, Shakir. But Swift is for iOS. Yes, and you have Kotlin for Android, right? If I remember. And if you want to do both, you could use React Native. They compile, or Flutter or something. I don't know. So we do peers, then we range over these peers. And we say if peer, that should be it, right? But still, it's not going to fix it. That's good. Do it again. It's the something is wrong with sending these peer lists. That it's clearly that's the problem there. Because nobody got a peer list message. It's super weird. If others in peer list. Shakir, yes. iPad iOS, bro. Yes. Swift. If is in peer list. Peers ES address, is that correct? Yeah, that's a slice of strings. Right? So that's and this is an address. So if we give an address, we check if it's already in our list, and if it is, then we don't connect with the address it's giving us. So we don't have connecting to the same node a couple times. But it's sometimes it doesn't. It's and that's the thing in these highly concurrent async environments, that it's so hard. Because you can make a mistake very easily and it's hard to debug. The good news is that if we find this issue, it's going to solve for the rest of the series. Okay, so I think send peer list, we sent this somewhere in here. Damn, I have literally no clue. Damn. And this should also be protected in somehow, but I don't think that's the issue. I'm gonna keep running it again until something comes into my mind what could be the issue. That's, I don't know. Desperate move. Desperation move, you know? That's better. And I was thinking this because I'm not doing this. Although it's a desperation move, but I'm not doing this because just to do something. It's something that's in the back of my mind for a very long time, to be honest. And you see, I think, but we have an issue still, but the issue is now differently. We are moving up. No! You see, this isn't. This isn't. How is this peer list? Yeah, 600 minutes. Is it? Yeah, it's hanging. It's somewhere hanging. Although you think the program is completed, it's somewhere not doing stuff. Because it's, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Trust me, you're gonna encounter these stuff. It's not the first time I'm doing these nasty debugging stuff, but I want to do it on stream. I could easily do it off stream and make it work, and then came up as the magic mic that can fix everything without a blink of an eye. But that's not the real case. You need to see me suffer, so you don't suffer. Me peer list, me Fanny. It's gonna be my peer list. I want to see. Maybe we say this, and then we're going to say S. Listen, Ed, come on, man. I really want to get this done. What's going on? The frustration is rising. One is for a Z joint later. Can you describe that is the bug are you seeing? Yeah. The problem is that we are trying to do discovery, peer discovery. Everybody needs to send these peers to each other. And sometimes we connect with everybody. That's perfectly fine. We have all the handshakes we needed. So once we have that, it's basically everybody is connected with each other. Everybody can say he's ready, and then we can start the game. We can start dealing, do the fun stuff. Sometimes it's working, and sometimes we are missing handshakes. Basically, some peers are not being sent. Some people are not connected. That's the bug. Some people are not connected. So it's an inconsistency bug, probably a data race condition somewhere. That's the bug, a race condition, probably. And this is also a problem. My peer list, 344. You cannot have 2 times the same in your peer list. Why is that, right? You see, and we are connecting. Yeah, we have. Oh yeah, I see. I see what the. Something is with this peer list. Ice Bear, what is up, man? Ice Bear, if I were you, I would stick to Python. No, it's not true. Because we are having issues, Ice Bear. We're having issues. Okay, it's the peer list is corrupt as F. Do we have a list with all the peers and tell every peer to connect with everybody except for itself? Well, yeah. Yeah, actually, something like that. I was thinking about this. Well, so we have the send peer list, right? And we make this peer list here, which is this function. It logs basically our map, and then we arrange over our peers, and we make. I put the peer listen address into this thing and return it, right? So I think that's good, right? We just return our peers. But why are there... We also protect the connect method, right? So if we connect, we say if it's in the peer list, then we don't connect. Sorry, I'm late because it's night shift. Can't do anything. It's okay, Ice Bear. Enjoy your night shift, man. Man, it's very hard to think and stream. I'm gonna lie. It's not ideal. But hey. So I'm thinking, why is this should be rearranged? Yeah, that's fine, and we put it in. And we send just all peers. But how do we get corrupted? How is this possible? Should be a small mistake, I'm pretty sure, but still. You see, we already block. And we are sure we are not making any mistake in main. Probably not, right? B. Yeah. Maybe we should, let's go a step back, right? And we delete one player from the game. Yeah. Okay, so we see we have these issues with the received peer list. We're connecting with ourselves. So we're getting, wait. Yes. But still. So the problem is also basically because it async, yeah. So we are sending actually his own address. So we need to say basically we're gonna say, oh man, 4. Then we're gonna say len peers if peers y equals not equals the peer listen address. Then we're gonna say peer list peers is append peer list peers and then the peers y. Is that a thing? Yeah, it's connecting to itself. That's better. So basically it is, so because it's highly concurrent, right? So it could be that if we are connecting, right, that sometimes we didn't add him into our list. So it's empty, so he's not connecting to himself. But sometimes it could be that it's going faster and that we have his address in the list and we're sending our peer list with his address. Right? So in this case, the peer list is 0, but it could be that here was 400, 4,000, and then we sent this to this guy. Wait, because I'm also a little bit wingle-wangle, I'm not gonna lie. But I think these are 3. So I'm gonna delete this peer list thingy. Where is this? Hop. Maybe we should comment it out, so maybe we need it. Debugging shenanigans, right? I think 3 peers are working fine. Where's the receive peer list message? I don't actually care about this message real quick. I can do this. And then we can actually pinpoint and we can see exactly if everything is okay. So handshake. Wait, this is not what I wanted to delete. This one. Akan, hi guys, I joined late today. Sadly, I gotta go to work tonight. Hey man, it's no worries. No worries, boy. Welcome, Akan. True soldier of the army. Loyal soldier of the army. Okay, this sounds a little bit more deterministic, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 handshakes, pretty good. We connect 4 with 3, 3 with 4. Yes, yes, yes. 5 with 3. So everybody is in harmony. I'm gonna run it again because we know make run these database conditions. I think it was a problem with somebody connecting to himself and the whole shebang was out of sync. And this is good. So, hey, if we now, please, player D, what is this? So we have, yes, 4 players, right? See? Yes. Okay, come on, let's do it. I think it's good, boys. I think we're good. Are we? Man, sometimes you're so happy that it worked and then you run it again and then boom. It's not. But I think it's good. I think we made a little mistake. And thank you to... I'm gonna give a shout out to this guy because... Wait. Yeah, it is. It's good. Who is this guy? I think it was Luanis. I think it was Luanis. He mentioned me that we are trying to connect to ourselves. And it is. This guy's a hero. The community should do a virtual hangout sometime in Gathertown. I can. Yeah, sure, man. We can hang out. It's just a word, man. You know me. Take care of it, man. And we do it. Take care of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think we're good. We're so good. Whew. If you wanna, yeah. We can do a space or something and jump into a call and shit talk or something. I don't know. It is what it is. Any suggestions are welcome. I'm open for everything. What an apocalypse, man. What an apocalypse. So we did it. Well, actually, we did our peer-to-peer discovery thing. Oh boy. We're gonna do it one more time. But you know, you saw the previous runs that if something would be wrong, it would already be wrong, right? You saw the previous make runs we did. And I think we did make run for maybe over 100 times today. And I pressed clear maybe 10,000 times this week. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's good, right? Yeah. Everybody is connected, is it? So 4 is 12. Yeah, it is. Should we? Do you think what I'm thinking? Boys, should we add another one? But my day is good now. Let's say that another one would come on, we're gonna do it. A, B, C, D, E, F, 7K. Let's go. And then we're gonna basically, if this works, then it's good. Ooh, baby, that would be nice, man. Not gonna lie. F. D F. Where did you went to school, my man? DCA, man, but yeah. We're gonna sleep. It needs to work with all these guys, right? Because poker, you don't play, you need 6 or 12. Or I don't know. What's a regular table? I don't know. 6, 10, 12? I don't know. I think these small cash games is 6. I have no clue. Long time that I played on Poker Stars. Come on. Make run, please. I think it should be good. Yeah. A lot of handshakes, though. A lot of handshakes. Oh, look at it coming. Handshakes. Shaking hands, boys. Shaking hands. Woo! Look at these handshakes. So basically, if we add another one, is a complexity of the already people we have. So there's basically 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I think there are, I don't know, maybe it's a bigger complexity. I have no clue, man. If you add one more, I think it's good, to be honest. My math is just out of. So we have 4 with 3. That's good. Yeah. 6. We don't have duplications, right? We don't connect with. I think we are good. We are actually good. We are so good. Rodrigo, learning a lot with you. Thanks from Brazil. Hey, man. It's a pleasure, man. These comments, like I mentioned, and I will keep saying it again, these comments mean a lot to me. There is no money in the world that can replace the feeling of people appreciating you. I think we're good. I'm 100% sure we're good. There is just something wrong with my complexity calculations. I'm going to add one more because I want to do focus with 6, okay? We're going to keep 6 because otherwise message communication overhead. We're going to add one more. A, B, C, D, E, F, player F. What's going on here? It's going to be 8. And if somebody can calculate this complexity, leave it in the comments. What is this? A with D and then F with E, right? But it's correct, right? Because these handshakes, basically for each player joining the room, joining the network, the decentralized network, everybody needs to shake hands with that guy, right? It's going to be a lot of handshakes. And it's going slow because we're sleeping, so we know everybody is booed up. Because otherwise, we could have inconsistency. You see, we have no errors, no hanging. Nothing is hanging. Everything is just working fine, man. And actually, we could test this, to be honest. We could make a test, right? Because after everything is done, we could basically make a loop to all the servers and wait, we could do something like this. Not quite sure. We could make something like this. A function. Test. Test P is connected or something. Connected like this, and we're gonna give this a server. Yeah, and I'm gonna hard code this because I don't know the complexity formula. Caraca. could say something like this. I know this is scuffed, but hey, sometimes you do need to scuff things. 3k 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, hey, and then 8. Like this. Then we're gonna say can we access this? Oh, we can access it. Insane. Johannes, we could even make a validator in the end of the connections for every peer. List peer itself should be in the same name for everyone or something. Yeah, like that. Exactly. I'm gonna do something like this real quick to test. Just, yeah, I don't know. It's just for the sake of testing this. And it's actually good that we can then wrap this stream up with this thing, and the next stream, tomorrow, we can deal cards, send the cards, because we know everybody is on the party. Maybe already do our encryption. Maybe we should first test without encryption and just assume everybody is playing honest. But then we can do encryption on each card, and I will pull up the encryption algorithm. It's already documented somewhere. I think Virtue Poker uses the same thing, where basically everybody deals and encrypts each card with his key, and everybody does the same thing, and then you could change keys, exchange keys, and see all that stuff. But that's for tomorrow, I guess, or maybe, yeah. Tomorrow, I think we're gonna work on our game state a little bit, so we can see who is ready, and are we in the turn, are we in the flop, and see how these messages are communicating. Then we can do our encryption and do a lot of game state stuff. Then it's Solidity for our money. We're gonna use that for our money, so we can query the blockchain and stuff. And then, yeah, that's basically the planning. Yeah, K-1. K1. The K1. K-peers shake hands with everybody else. That is. But still, it feels like man, you're making, I'm confused. I'm not gonna think about this anymore. I'm just gonna do it like this, real quick, because my brain is already fried. Can we do a reflect deep equal? Can we do this? I think it's not gonna work because man, my hands are so cold. It's time to say goodbye. Peers, as peers, I don't think it's gonna work because they will be out of order, and reflect deep equal will. It's not gonna work. Well, actually, I can do this, right? Nah, I'm gonna do this. I'm so sorry, I'm thinking. As peers like this, and then we're gonna say for, doesn't matter. When peers, right? You could say, again, I guess. Man, I'm literally, my brain is in the Bahamas sipping margaritas, not gonna lie. Now we need to change this iterator. It doesn't matter. Because they should have, yeah. No, it isn't. Because it won't have, it will not have itself, right? It's not gonna work like that. It's not gonna work like that. Because do we have access to his listen header? Yeah, we have. Why are we doing this stupid function anyway? I'm confused. I'm gonna take this K1 thingy and I will make this function tomorrow. I'm gonna answer some questions because my brain is long gone. It's very difficult sometimes to keep your attention and stream and this and that. But hey, we did it, right? Come, let's go. We have our peer thingy. Let's do it again. Tomorrow I will make sure we test this with the K1 thingy. And then, yeah, well, I was thinking, can we use deep equal? Probably not. And then I was thinking, let's do a loop and compare them. But yeah, the server, of course, his own address, he don't have it. So we cannot compare it directly. So we should another check. And, you know, I'm done. I'm done for these things. It's working. I'm pretty sure. Because if I do it manually, everybody is connected with everybody, right? And we're going to test it tomorrow. For sure. Yeah. And then tomorrow is just dealing hands, right? Just sending the cards and see if everybody's ready. Some game state stuff. I think we have already some waiting dealing. I think this should be idling or something. Or ready. I should be ready, right? And when are you ready? I think you're ready after each time you fold it. Or you won. Or you pass. Check. I don't know, check should be... You see? These kind of stuff, we need to figure that out. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be cool. Are there any more questions? It doesn't matter. It could be about the poker. It could be about anything. About life. Everything is good. Let me see. Ice Bear, I'm stuck. How do you mean? How do you mean you're stuck? In your Python code. Are you stuck in your Python code? Get commits fixed peer list. Handshake. Tell us your programming life story. Ooh, my programming life story. It's a very nasty story. It's not a nasty story. So basically, I started out very young, right? I was 16, I guess. Not 4 or something. I was 16 because I was a gamer, right? I did a lot of games. I was playing Counter-Strike 1.5, one of the Counter-Strike OGs. And back in the day, there was no Discord, there was no communication like we know it today. And you had something like ERC, right? Look it up if you don't know what it is. ERC. Chat. Oh, I think is it peer-to-peer actually? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. No, there were servers. It was with servers. And yeah, there was a thing like you could, if you were online, you can see your name, like just in Discord that you're online. If you're offline in Discord, you see that you're offline, right? But back in the day, you could rent a server, right? A server where you could basically keep your connection. So even though you were offline, everybody could see that you were online. And believe it or not, back in that days, everybody wants to have that. It's like a bored ape. Everybody needs to have a bouncer. It's what's called a bouncer. And if you had a bouncer, you could see that you were online all the day. So we're basically renting servers and we were selling people bouncers for ERC. That's how it all started. And we also were making clan websites, right? Clan websites in PHP. And that's how it all started out. And then I did some Drupal work, Magento stuff, PHP, very boring stuff. And I basically was kicked out of every company I ever worked for before I went a little bit older, because I was a very authentic person and I couldn't agree myself with a lot of people. Not because I was better or something, but because the way I am, right? I give literally zero fucks. And I always stay true to my own identity. And if somebody's right, somebody's right. But, you know, developers, project managers, and I basically kicked out of every company until I joined a startup in Belgium, Bubble Post, a very small startup, 3 people, 3 founders. And they needed some dev. They needed a specialist dev for distributed systems because they wanted to make a traffic management system. And I basically lied in every single solicitation, right? Because although I know I was very skillful, I didn't have the tools to back that up, right? I didn't have any companies that could say, "Yo, Anthony, he's the man. He's a very good guy. He knows everything about distributed systems." So I lied. I went talking to them, and you know me, I can sell myself very good. And they hired me. And I was making these notes in first time in PHP, but it didn't work out because it needs to be concurrent, so PHP is not concurrent. Then I tried Node.js. Literally had no experience with Node.js at all, but I just figured it out. But it was nasty because back in the day you had no async await, right? You could not do that, so you needed to do everything in closures and in async waterfall libraries. It was nasty. It was filthy. Oh man. So I came across Golang. It was in beta. Mert, hello my man. Golang was in beta and basically not really for production ready, but still. And I convinced my own CTO because he was trash. He was literally garbage. To use Golang. I reported everything to Golang. And that's how it all started, man. That's how I went from zero to fucking hero, and we made it. We grew from 3-4 people to 250 people in 1.5 years. You can look that up. You can find these numbers in Belgian newspapers. We were the most popular startup in Belgium back in the day, but he kicked me out because I had some issues with somebody else, because he wanted to do a lot of Ruby, and I say, fuck you. And we didn't get along, so they kicked me out. I joined some other startups. And in 2018, right after the bull market, so I missed the first bull market, I basically came across Neo, the Neo blockchain, which is, back in the day, they shilled me that it's the Chinese Ethereum. The Chinese Ethereum. And I checked it, and their implementation was in C#, and it was literally the worst code ever. That thing was online and people were investing in it. It's still a wonder. So I thought, yeah, I want to learn about this stuff because I was very interested into distributed systems and compiler technology. And in my free time, listen, this is a very important lesson I'm going to give to you. This is a very important lesson. In my free time, right? So I worked in the day, in my free time at night. While my ex-wife was sitting in the seat watching Netflix, I was on my PC porting everything from C# to Go. And every documentation was in Chinese, so I needed to reverse engineer the protocol myself. And I did this. I did everything. I ported the node, the consensus algorithm, the compiler, the virtual machine. You could even write your smart contracts in Go, compile them to Neo bytecode, and run them on that thing. They discovered this code. They say, what the fuck, guy? What the fuck are you doing? We're going to pay you to maintain this. So I quit my job. They paid me to maintain it. Traveled the whole fucking world, giving keynotes and hackathons. And yeah, from then on, people just DM'd me, right? Some people say, hey, that I know from the scene. I worked for a crypto exchange, Nash.io, Nash.io. First decentralized exchange in Europe. And they asked me if I came come worked for them. And basically that kickstarted my whole career. So that was it. And the funny part is, 1.5 years, I started my own company, 11u.com, with the guy that fired me at Bubble Post. And if you don't believe it, it is true. Look it up. Benjamin Reeder is my co-founder. He was the CEO of Bubble Post, and that was the guy that fired me. And 10 years later, he's my fucking co-founder. Hey, inspiration story or not, this is your boy, the real deal. So I hustled a lot, man. I hustled a lot in my life, and I did a lot of things for no money. I spent a lot of time coding with making almost zero money. And the funny part is I'm still making zero money. No, it's not true. But the thing is, you need to grind and trust the process, and you will never, ever, ever in your life be rich overnight. You will need to cry, lose a lot of people, make a lot of sacrifices. Otherwise, you will be nothing in your life. Whew. That's actually the story. Yeah. Hell yeah. Clip that. Have you done many Golang interviews since then? Actually, not. I never did. No. It's a long time since I actually did a real interview. And one thing you should never do in an interview is if they ask you to do live coding, give them this. You cannot do. As a coder, you need to do your tests in your own, your assessments in your own creative space with nobody looking at your fingers, right? Because some people, like Google, they are retards, right? But yeah, whatever. They ask you to do like whiteboard things, right? Don't do that. If some company wants you to do things on a whiteboard while they see it, they basically trash. Don't do it. Don't do it, man. You need to be, that's for me very, very hard. Like this coding on live stream, it's very, very hard. It's very hard because you need to understand that if I'm coding, and sometimes you need to think for 5 minutes, right? For 5 minutes sitting. But I cannot do that on a stream because that's not entertaining. So I need to keep making sure I say something, read the chat, and my focus is constantly gone, right? So that's why the last part of the stream where I was doing this simple for loop, I couldn't even think anymore. You know what I mean? Sahub TS. I'm an absolute beginner in Go. Any of your playlists cover basic of Golang? Some things cover the basics. Most of them are very advanced, but I'm going to gradually give you guys more information how to start in Golang. But I think I have some videos. I have one video, one very beginner video for you. Lobanis, were you feeling you were doing sacrifices or were you enjoying? I was enjoying myself. I was enjoying myself, but my wife didn't enjoy herself, so she left, right? Because, yeah, it is. I mean, I have a lot of hours in coding, a lot of hours, and I don't only write Golang. I write basically every single language, but Go is one of my best, right? I mean, one of my best. It's the language I can know things on the top of my head, right? You never see me look things up. But if I need to do Rust, I can perfectly write this in Rust, but I will need to check some syntax and some things, right? Because it's very more complex. It's a bigger language. Python the same. I can do a lot of Python also. But I have a lot of hours. Man, I'm 35 now, but I can swear, if you're 70, people that are 60, they do not even have half of my hours coding. I swear, you cannot imagine how many hours I have. And that's the thing. If you want to be good at something, it does not matter if it's coding or League of Legends or some other hobby or profession. You need to put in the hours. That's so important. Put in the fucking hours. And yeah, that's what you need to do. And people, don't give up, man. Don't give up, and try to give you dopamine. That's so important, dopamine. Only learn what you need. Like Ice Bear. Ice Bear, correct me if I'm wrong, I think you did not have any programming experience and you're already creating some bank app, isn't it? So if you want to learn how to code, man, if you want to be motivated, I can motivate you every single day. Join my Discord and I will do it. Subscribe to my channel and I will make sure you keep going. I swear to God, I can motivate you. All right, it's time to eat. It's time to eat, man. If there are questions, I can stay for 2 minutes to wait for incoming questions, and otherwise I'm gonna wrap it up. And then I see you guys tomorrow or in the Discord. You are my motivation. Ice Bear, I know, man. I will make sure you get your stuff done, trust me. With this and a couple months, oh man, you cannot even look yourself in the mirror because you're not gonna recognize that guy, Ice Bear. You are not gonna recognize it. And in this and a year, you're gonna say goodbye on your job. You're gonna say, ciao, Bella. I'm peacing out. That's what you're gonna do. I swear to God. I will make that happen. But you need to keep showing up, man. And you're doing that. I see this. You need to keep showing up. You need to keep doing your assessments that I'm giving you. I had a question above. Yeah, sorry, Matt. I have a question. Matt, I'm currently doing masters in data science, but I want to transition to blockchain development. What is your advice to me to be able to work for a company? Master in data science, that's already, woo, that's good, man. Data science is big, man. But blockchain also, and data science and blockchain is a good combination. What do you need to do? It depends if you want to learn, if you want to do core blockchain. If you want to do core blockchain development, you need to learn a lot of, sorry, people are texting me. You need to learn a lot of distributed networking. That's important, right? So you need to do a lot of concurrent stuff, which is completely different than you're getting used to in your data thing, right? But I mean, if you're a master in data science, you can program, you know how computers work, so it's not a big of a deal. So you just need to learn distributed stuff, need to learn how protocols work, and that's for core blockchain. A little bit about cryptographical stuff, but that's not a big deal. But if you want to do more Web3 stuff, like things built on top of a blockchain, that's more Solidity, JavaScript, TypeScript. But that transition, Mert, is you can make this easily. You can make this easily. You just need to put in some efforts in your free time, learning these things. I have a series how to make one completely from scratch. So if you follow these series, I can swear, if you follow these series, you know more than 80% of the whole blockchain developer space. It is what it is. It's no lie. John, hello, my friend. Are you working day job? I did, but not anymore. Although I have my own company where I do some stuff from time to time, but I'm not. I'm basically async. I'm free. I freed myself from this world, and but I'm working harder than I did before for YouTube. Trust me. I wake up and I sleep with this thing. Otherwise, I cannot grow like the way I'm growing. I respond to every message in Discord. I help everybody. I make my videos, my thumbnails, the whole shebang myself. Don't forget about this gRPC stuff. No, Luanis, I'm gonna do it. Just poke me on thing. Poke me on. I'll have to comment in Discord. Nice, that's good. Distributed systems, yes, John. Distributed systems, very important. Networking, very important. Because by the end of the day, Listen, a blockchain. Listen, a blockchain, by the end of the day, is just a database. It's a database. It's a database that's distributed and decentralized. So you need to have a consensus. So the only thing that connects these databases, right, is a consensus. And of course, you have Ethereum, which has a virtual machine. So before you store something into the database, you have this virtual machine that transitions your database state from T to T prime, right? That's the only thing that happens. Of course, protected with cryptographical stuff, and we hash and we link them together. But that's the easy part, right? That's not the hard part, right? The blockchain itself, the blockchain mechanics itself is easy. It's easy. The hard part is the distributed stuff. It's making sure nobody can tamper in the network things. And in DeFi, the most important, the most dangerous stuff in DeFi is not your Solidity contract, right? Because people are auditing these contracts. So Solidity is, most of the time, Solidity contracts are pretty decent. The hacks are coming from tokenomics that are very hard to test. Because at a certain point of time, a protocol can have an edge case in some kind of a pool weight, and yeah, nasty things happen. It's not most of the time, not a Solidity thing. It's the protocol. Where are you based? In Belgium. Matt, thanks, man. I'm going to be attending your live stream. You should too. And they're always saved as a replay. So if you have no time, you can chill and watch the replay. You can do that. Mert, I have extensive knowledge TCP, HTTPS, but I don't know much about this. Well, yeah. But the thing is, if you follow this series, you will learn a lot about distributed systems, because this is distributed as fuck. And I'm also going to write the consensus algorithm for our blockchain, the proof of stake algorithm. That's going to be an episode very soon. I think if you go through the complete series, you will be a fucking monster. Trust me. Take note that the first episodes were very scuffy, so the font size was a little low, and the sound was a little bit scuffed because I was just starting out. But I think from episode 4 or 5, things are going smooth. Belgium, do you like techno? Why? Why should I? Of course I like techno. Why do you link Belgium with techno, Mert? Tell me. Normally people link Belgium with chocolate and beer, and I'm sick and tired of that stuff. And now somebody comes and links Belgium with techno. That's amazing. That's my man. So yeah. Okay, guys, I hope you had a very good time here. If you have more questions, hey, drop them in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, join the Discord. You can always poke me on Discord. Best DJs are from Belgium. Yes, Mert, it is. It is. Who's your best DJ? Charlotte de Witte. I think I like her. Charlotte de Witte. But you probably... Techno Queens. Not quite sure. Amelie Lens, of course. Amelie Lens. Yeah. Those are lit. Those chicas, I know. Amelie Lens. I like Amelie Lens. All right. Thanks for watching. I see you tomorrow or in one of the videos, or see you on Discord, where we can hang out a little bit more. Thanks for watching, and take care. Bye-bye.